Ayan na.
Anong pinapanood mo?
Wait lang, siya lang ako.
This is game.
He gets lucky.
Thanks
He'll
for
be
playing
right
Dota
as
2.
ABED. Does drop
Double
a BeastCoast. They're still in big trouble. It's a 3v2 situation. It's Gojira and K1. They're going to try and back out, and they might just make it. And will. It's still a bit of a win there for EG. And ABED, you saw the bashes, John. Very unlucky for ABED, but very lucky for K1.
Very lucky. That's something BeastCoast needed. It's still not a very good fight for BeastCoast. It does prevent that further aggression on the objectives. They might still lose their tier 1, maybe their tier 2. High ground gets a little bit tougher without that quap. No Ravage up left on EG, and you can just see how that fight started. Just really aggressive from Arteezy. Does get punished, and just great counterplay from both sides.
There was a big sonic wave there from ABED right through the middle, connecting on 4 heroes, and as you see, ABED, when he picks off the Mars, Whisper is going to drop thanks to Nightfall, and K1 trying to get it done. Now look at this, Jonathan. Look at these bashes. Slow-mo. ABED, he'll go for the illusions. ABED, blink away. No, you're not getting away, ABED. That's when you've got an enemy void against you, John. That's what happens every time. My void, no bashes.
Absolutely, 100% on the enemy side. ABED. It's like, yeah, all right. Whatever, it happens. I mean, he was even walking away, and it's one of those things where it's the orb walk attack on melee. Still, EG's still in a really good spot despite that exchange, right? BeastCoast gets a little bit of injection there. Again, EG's kind of held off from going onto the tier 2, going onto the high ground. Aegis being down means it's a much riskier proposal for them to get in there, but their cooldowns are coming up. Ravage is ready to go once more, Sonic Wave in a few seconds, and you still have half of
He's going to get caught out. He's in a bit of a tanky position 5. He might be able to go for the Siphons out. In fact, he's surviving. In the meantime, K1's gone. Oh, K1 gets dropped here. Crit finds him out of ABED. Nightfall, they'll move in. They've got the Ravage. Whisper, he's going to try and fight back with the BKB arena down. Chris Rock still trying, but the Phantasm Illusion's doing way too much damage. They've got to get to the high ground, and they will make it as Arteezy still being chased with Nightfall. He's got the Ravage looking to pop up with Gojira. Lifts him up, trying to get away. Nightfall still not popping the Ravage as Arteezy. He's actually going to survive. He just pops the BKB and armlet toggles, and he'll be just fine.
Yeah, that's I'm not sure if it's good for Arteezy. He wanted to TP home, save that BKB charge, was caught in the ice bat. They still find kills for that exchange, and they hold on to their big ult. So EG could still have that opportunity on the high ground. All outer towers taken away now from the side of BeastCoast. Could just opt to wait for the next Roshan though. We are only about 3 minutes away until that timer is back up. Ag's already up in Nightfall. And this is the point where BeastCoast draft, it starts to feel hard to scale up. You know, your Venomancer has
Caught out, crit for a Hex, K1. Bash. There it is. You just gotta scream it louder sometimes, Sean. The louder you scream bash, the more chance it comes out.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing when you're playing anything with crit, right? You play the CK, you just ask for the crit, you yell loud enough, it comes on. Of course, crit did die there.
True.
You don't yell crit in that situation. Still
Very funny, John.
I try, Mike. They are going for that smoke play, looking to be aggressive, going forward. Still don't have the best wards, but this time around they dropped the triangle ward on EG's end. EG hasn't been there too often now, so that whether or not that's going to be huge value, perhaps not as much as they'd expect. It at least allows them to retake the top jungle and start to position for next Roche. 2 minutes away, you're going to have Chrono up, unless K1 uses it for an opportunistic kill. EG, they've been waiting. They haven't started high ground. They've poked once. They've played a little bit safe since then. So they would want that Roshan. BeastCoast have set themselves up, again, just to have a better angle to contest that.
You might just wait for the next Roshan now, but BeastCoast, they're going to have to be the ones to make sure to try and contest that next Roshan. And now the X-Blessing up, third Roshan of the game, maybe even a refresher shot. You really can't afford to give another Aegis away to AG here in this game number 1 if you are BeastCoast. Because AG, again, they've got to win every game here in this series to have a chance of continuing through to the playoffs. They are trying their absolute best to put a lid on this game ASAP. ZG, they're going to smoke up. Free through the mid lane. Nightfall, he'll frontline for the team. Where are they headed, though? Nobody in BeastCoast are on the dire jungle. In fact, they're coming. They are making their way over, but this could be terrible time. They'll break the smoke of Nightfall. Meanwhile, a Sonic Wave ABED.
Yo, what's up, dude? Welcome to Dota 2.
Clearing out the crystal,
He tried to go for the kill on Stinger.
Right.
Quite have enough damage. TP was in time. Here's the tip out for the timing. But just being a bit gun-shy and using that ult does, well, he's got to wait like a minute 40 now to have it out.
Can they capitalize, John? You know the Sonic Wave's down. Maybe you can make something happen.
It's a perfect time to force the fight. We're going to see that Roshan timer soon. If it's a quick one, BeastCoast finds a big kill. They could potentially take that Roche for themselves. As you mentioned, they do not want to give that away to EG, and this could be their opportunity.
They're not trying yet. BeastCoast still very, very defensive kind of play, and you can't blame them. They are 12k behind at the moment. They continue holding that high ground, pushing out waves and buying more time for K1, who is currently second in net worth. Done a great job catching up this game. More defensive items on the way here for the Void as well, Jonathan. We'll go for the Lincoln Sphere straight after. And it just seems to be all about being able to get the chrono off and being able to survive throughout the team fights. He just needs to be able to live long enough to get the damage output.
Yeah, I think they understand it. They do have a lot of AoE follow-up with Venomancer, with even the Jakiro on hand and Mars. Just kind of use the chrono to wait for BKBs to fade and then get the punishment off after. EG, they went for a smoke that was scouted out by the new wards BeastCoast dropped. So, again, they just managed to position themselves away from any aggression. Roshan, minute and a half away now until the respawn, and now BeastCoast can go for their own angles.
Yeah, they're going to try and four-man smoke. K1 will bait in the mid lane. Jarrett is looking him down. Nightfall will show his position, but they don't want the tide. It's the last target they want to try and go after. They'll wrap around through the triangle, try to head down towards the Radiant jungle on the bottom side of the map, but nobody's going to be there from EG. They're all hanging around the mid lane at the moment. Just waiting very patiently, understanding BeastCoast is probably smoked up. And they've read the movement very, very well here, EG. BeastCoast, when they've repositioned, it is going to allow them to get a bit more farm, but eventually they are going to have to head back up top and defend.
They've got to prevent that slow shove-in inside of EG. EG manages to see enough heroes. Again, it could just be them to go for Roshan. It's a bit of a stalemate over that objective. Both sides kind of trying to posture around. EG getting a good read. They didn't have a smoke to see. They didn't have a ward to see that smoke. But they get a good read as to why BeastCoast is not shoving out the waves a while ago, and they just hold the top jungle, keep farming, 20 seconds away. And this is the moment for BeastCoast. They've got to find something before Roche, or find a really good angle for a chrono in the pit to really get that fight going their way.
Okay, well, mid lane, he's basically begging them to jump in. He's absolutely begging them, please, jump in. They aren't doing it. EG, they know it's all bait. Roshan, it is up now. Here we go. They've got to defend top lane here, BeastCoast. They can't really afford to rush the Roshan pit. With that EG, they may do it. They may go right to Roshan as BeastCoast. They are hanging around, trying to prep for a team fight.
Bottom tower is under siege.
Crit, he'll see the Roshan. He's got the surfboards at level 2. It's going to be a quick Roshan to go down, and BeastCoast, they really cannot afford to let this go. They've got to fight this one. It's got the Axe Blessing up as well, Jonathan. It's not going to be very fun playing against the Aegis Cheese and Axe Blessing on one of these heroes, but they're going to get it for free. BeastCoast, they're not in position.
No, they miss out. They don't get a good read. Their wards don't fully see the pit. So now they're going to be forced to play defensive. Their high ground hold is pretty good, Mike. Jakiro faces Void. The Venomancer, even the Mars is really good in that high ground defense fight. So they're not out of it yet. They can just keep holding, look for that opportunity. EG have way more chances, though. They're much safer in their position with that Aegis. They've got the Ags upgrade now on ABED. More damage, lower cooldown on the Sonic Waves. He can just keep spamming it out as he wishes. And for BeastCoast, their scaling's all in on that Void. They're building up towards that Ags and Chris Luck, so trying to go for more output on the Venomancer could be one way in these much more prolonged fights, especially as the BKBs start to wind down. But it just feels like this passive playstyle, it'll take a long time before it feels like they can take initiative. No, they're just not crossing the river anymore. They're not able to make in-ways on the objectives. EG's just cutting them off at every single angle and just preventing any progress on a map here.
Things only get worse now, John. ABED, he's got the refresher orb up on the Queen of Pain. It's a 40-second Sonic Wave with the Ags up, so much damage. Essentially being able to pump out 1,400 pure damage.
Yeah, he's been dancing around. Yeah, he's been dancing around. He's been dancing around. All defensive outside of the Maelstrom. How are you going to kill off this? All defensive outside of the Maelstrom. How are you going to kill off this?
Certainly want to force the fight as well. I don't see them backing off this time around.
All defensive outside of the Maelstrom. How are you going to kill off this?
Whisper, nicely done. Into the wrap. Not this time around.
All defensive outside of the Maelstrom. How are you going to kill off this?
Whisper,
How are you going to kill off this?
Wala.
How are you going to kill off this?
Wala.
They did not wait out the BKBs in RPs against
That fight for the side of BeastCoast and
They did not wait out the BKBs in RPs against
that fight for the side of BeastCoast and starting to see that control issue. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
starting to see that control issue. I mean, at the end of the day,
Oh, Basher's out, forcing the BKB. K1, he does not have Chrono. ABED, he'll be able to blink up. Really had to pop the BKB. He'll be able to blink out to get the job. Really had to pop the BKB. He'll be able to blink out to get the job. Really had to pop the BKB. Very painful experience. He'll be able to blink out to get the job. Really had to pop the BKB.
EG aren't the ones forcing these fights.
Very painful
Chrono's always going to
He'll be able to blink out.
Again, no counterplay for Chrono.
Really had to pop the BKB.
Maybe EG aren't the ones forcing these fights.
Very painful
Chrono's always going to
He'll be able to blink out.
Again, no counterplay for Chrono.
Really had to pop the BKB.
Maybe EG aren't the ones forcing these fights.
Very painful
Chrono's always going to
He'll be able to blink out. Really had to pop the BKB.
Maybe EG aren't the ones forcing these fights.
Very painful
Chrono's always going to
He'll be able to blink out. Really had to pop the BKB.
Maybe EG aren't the ones forcing these fights.
Very painful
Chrono's always going to
He'll be able to blink out. Really had to pop the BKB.
Maybe EG aren't the ones forcing these fights.
Very painful
Chrono's always going to
He'll be able to blink out. Really had to pop the BKB.
EG aren't the ones forcing these fights.
Very painful He'll be able to blink out. Really had to pop the BKB.
EG aren't the ones forcing these
Click ang puta na post. Tapos. May nag-post ng ano. Nung laban nila. Misclick daw.